They are the makers of Batman, Wonder Woman, Harry Potter, and even The Lord of the Rings. So these franchises has been legendary, but the business behind them has been anything but heroic. So this is stock number 6 in our 7-day series, showing you how to start investing into companies around you with StockOracle. And the company we are talking about today, Warner Bros. Discovery, the media giant behind the DC universe. Now, on the surface, they look like a content powerhouse. But investing isn't about what's on screen, it's about what's on the inside. And when we dig into Warner Bros. Discovery's financial, we actually find a few warning signs. Heavy debt, volatile earnings, and a business model that's still struggling to adapt in this new age of streaming. So here's how StockOracle ranks the company on our 6 key metrics: predictability, profitability, growth, economic moat, financial strength, and valuation. So using StockOracle, here's how these red flags actually show up in their numbers. So let's take a deeper dive into Warner Bros. Discovery and see how it ranks in StockOracle. Let's key in the ticker symbol WBD, and we are being greeted by the Oracle IQ chart of the company itself. And I think by far, when comparing it across the different companies of this series, this is probably one of the lousier companies. At first glance, everything just screams either orange or just outrightly a red flag. So they are not predictable, probably not profitable at all, low growth rates, the moat is not existent, and the financial strength of the company, it's pretty bad. So let's zoom in a little bit closer to identify some potential red flags of this company. Just by looking at the historical operating revenue, you see that there is a very huge spike compared from 2021 to 2022, and that is potentially explained by certain integrations, M&A functions and things like that. So we might only want to work our base from 2022 onwards. But just looking through some of their own historical financial numbers, you can see that yes, revenue after post-merger from 2022 onwards, they basically stagnated or even declined over the last 1 to 2 years. Net income actually negative, same for operating income, either close to break even or just not even printing anything. And in fact, they have recorded 3 years straight of negative net income. And on that same note, working on the assumption that there was this huge M&A that went through in 2022, we can see that the total debt on their balance sheet has basically more than 3x from 15.6 billion to 52 billion. And although we do see a healthy sign of trying to get it paid down, but it still makes up a larger percentage when comparing their debt to their cash on hand. And to finance this acquisition, we can see that the shares outstanding has also spiked up from 510, I believe it's in the millions, to 2.4 billion shares outstanding. And existing shareholders have to pay the price of that increased load of debt and also dilution of shares outstanding. Now moving on to their company matrix, looking at it post-acquisition after 2022, I think both their gross and operating margin is seeing some sort of an improvement. Operating margin finally turned to the positive again on a trailing 12-month basis. But that's it. I think across the board, some of these profitability ratios, it's quite all over the place. It's up 1 year, down another year. So just have a very quick sensing of this company. It's clearly not doing very well. Probably assume that the stock price didn't do very well as well. I'm looking at the last 5 years. But I think generally, when looking at the market in the short run, it is indeed a voting machine. But in the long run, when you see earnings negative, growth rate non-existent, going through a huge M&A, and financials are still not improving, the share price will definitely take a hit. And I think this specific case study of Warner Bros., they are not anywhere far away from the exception. And now, moving on to understand a little bit more in terms of their moat, clearly I think in StockOracle's platform, they do identify WBD as having no moat. They are, although a very major global media and entertainment conglomerate, they do have very strong brand equity in some of their blockbusters, but generally in this space, they do face immense amount of competition despite their deep content library. So the AI mode analysis did make the conclusion that these advantages are not sufficiently unique or durable enough to constitute a true economic mode under strict criteria. So that's where StockOracle stands on this company. And now, when trying to compare it across their own industry peers, To have a better understanding and sensing of this entire entertainment industry per se, we can go under the compare function and to look at the competitors. They auto-populated some of these names, comparing it to Comcast Corp, Charter Communications, and even Paramount. Scrolling all the way down, you can see at one glance all the different Oracle IQ charts. And just scrolling through many of these other names, it does seem to me like in this specific industry Warner Bros. Is currently operating in, it's a pretty tough industry to begin with. But I think one notable exception, at least in this streaming online content space, is of course Netflix. So specifically for Netflix, I think they are basically in a league of its own, just comparing it to the Oracle IQ charts. Most of them are in the green territory, other than its current valuation based on the Oracle value of roughly $700 per share. But that's besides the point, you see. When you have companies with strong financials, growing their revenue, their operating income at a very healthy rate, free cash flow, all very healthy, matrix, they are looking across different metrics of increasing operating gross profit margin, ROIC, ROE all above 20-30%. I think it's no doubt that when you look at their last 5-year chart, the earnings or the stock price will inevitably follow the earnings when compared to these other Warner Bros. Discovery and the likes of their peers. So I think generally speaking, going back to Warner Bros., it's not necessarily a company that I'm personally interested in, even though I know that a lot of investors or people that are speculating potential reversion of this company due to its very oversold chart patterns. But I think the overarching concern here is really the potential of Warner Bros. Turning into a value trap as they're unable to turn around the merger and to also harness the ability of their deep content library and expertise. So for myself, I think at least based on first glance, I'm not necessarily very interested in this company and I'll just step away. And this is basically how we look at companies with StockOracle. So after diving into the numbers, seeing how debt actually weighs on their balance sheet, how earnings fluctuate, how streaming profits are still elusive, remember the story behind the stock. Warner Bros. And Discovery used to be separate companies. Their merger in 2022 created a media juggernaut, aiming to compete with giants like Netflix and Disney. The promise? Combine blockbuster content with mass distribution, then scale streaming with efficiency. Today, that vision is still a work in progress. So the merger brought valuable IP, but it also brought cultural clashes, overlapping content, and layers of debt that the combined company is still working through. So the streaming arm, Max, is growing, but the path to consistent profitability remains bumpy. Warner Bros. Discovery's strength lies in its vast library and production capacity, but the execution risk is definitely real. So here's the fair side to them. They have one of the richest content arsenal in media history. If anyone can turn that into recurring streaming revenue, they have the chance. But as investors, we must ask ourselves, even with great assets, can they generate consistent profits? So how will they manage the debt? Can they grow subscribers without burning cash? So today, they're nothing but just someone with high potential. It's a high-stakes gamble on synergies between the legacy content and their streaming scale. The lesson here? Big brands and famous franchises don't always make for good investments. And with tools like StockOracle, you can spot these danger signs in minutes before they cost you any real money. And if you want to get access to this investing tool, you can head down to the link below to check out our latest offer. And this is CK from Piranha Profit signing off. Till next time, keep winning.